What is up, everybody? Well, I don't want to stop the one guy that was complaining that we started the show at at 1 minute 30 seconds. So we had this up for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Totally ruined his day.
No, I'm so sorry.
I mean, it happens. I understand that. You know.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Just complain. That's what you.
What are you gonna do? Hi guys, how's it going?
What's up?
Well, man, I'm glad you're having a great Monday. I wish I could say the same. It was a Monday. It was so much a Monday. It started out on Monday, and I mean, you know what today is though?
It's Monday.
No. Oh, we gotta turn that light. Could you turn that light?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So you look unusually dark.
I know.
Today is Fernando's birthday, guys. Turn it more? No, you gotta turn it more. It's gotta be more towards you. There you go. Oh, I can't see a damn thing now, though. Totally looked right at it.
That's
hey,
right.
there you go. Now you're not pitch black. Okay. Today's Fernando's birthday, everyone.
That's right.
Just so you know. Hey, guys. Hey, Dean and Fernando from Texas.
Hey.
Hello from Vegas.
Jose.
Checking in from Trinidad. Pseudo
Saludos.
Fernando. California. Hi, guys.
What's up?
All right, there we go. Let's just do this.
There
Hey.
you are.
Good evening from the Sunshine State. That would be here with us. I only know that because they put it on our license plate. What's up, guys? Hello from New Jersey. Evening, fellas. Yep, still gotcha. Don't keep reposting. It takes a second to refresh.
Yeah, I know.
It takes a second. See, there it is. And there it is again.
Yeah, it takes a minute. Saludos.
I don't know. Maybe go full
Saludos.
Karen. I don't want to do Karen. Hey, from Seattle.
68. Go Hawks, man.
Hey, happy birthday, Fernando. Happy
man.
birthday, Fernando. Morning from New Zealand. Been a while. How are both of you? How are you doing?
Wow. Yes.
Oh, that's James.
That's what I'm saying. Car, etc.
Dude, it took me. It's been a minute.
It's been not a minute. It's been
like
a really
years.
long
You know, it's
time.
funny. I think one of the last times I remember texting him, he had just got his new job in home audio.
Yes,
we
I
were
remember.
in California and we were talking about RCAs.
And how people think like
Yeah, like in
RCAs
home
and car
audio.
audio are expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, $30 set of home, $30 a car audio RCAs.
like $150 set of cables and
It's
car
not
audio.
cheap.
That's like
Yeah,
nothing.
hope you're doing well. Happy birthday, Fernando.
Thank you guys. Thank
Hello
you.
from Central Texas.
Are you gonna make it?
No, that ended well. That did not end well. Typical Monday. What's up, Fernando?
What's up,
Happy
guys?
birthday. Happy birthday. There we go. Take off cap locks. I feel like you're yelling at me. I feel like I have to talk loud when I say what you're saying. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Fernando. Next time you're in Dallas, I will buy you a beer. Or some beers. Beers,
There you
plural.
go.
He's not a cheap date, I can tell you right now. He cost me a fortune. Happy birthday! And speaking of birthday, so Haley stopped by.
Yes.
Brought you a happy birthday balloon. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why we are
Why am I so low?
low.
And also some cupcakes.
Yes. So I
we'll-
have 2 cupcakes left and the balloon. That's awesome.
George wishing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday from Arkansas. Happy birthday from Georgia. You can have a beer. You want as long as it's a Corona. Oh, you can have a beer as long as it's a Corona.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to have to be. Hi, guys, say it.
This is Sergio from sunny Cuernavaca, Mexico. What's up, buddy?
Hello from Hawaii. Hello from Michigan. Happy birthday,
Michigan.
Nando.
Thank you.
$30,000 home audio cables.
That's right.
I know, right? And I want a pair. Happy
Really?
birthday from John. What's up?
What's up, John? I like your teddy bear.
Good evening from Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw
That's
that
pretty
too.
cool, right?
It's a big ass teddy bear.
That's awesome.
Happy birthday, Fernando.
What's
For
up?
those of you guys that know, today is Fernando's birthday. If you're tuning in a couple minutes late, I can pay for my own shrimp. I don't even know what the first part of the question was.
I don't know.
Get this. Wednesday morning, it may be frost in North Texas. So a buddy of mine,
Really?
Tommy Spears, known as Tommy Who, he called me, and he lives in the... so if we're looking at Michigan, he lives like over here somewhere, I believe. Anyways, he says it was snowing.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he
crazy.
was saying when he talked today. Happy birthday from Palm Bay, Fernando.
Palm Bay.
What's up from El Paso?
Texas.
I like old El Paso.
Yeah?
The new El Paso just isn't as good.
Old one is better.
Hi, guys.
What's up,
Happy
Jimmy?
birthday from Basehead on a Budget. I love the names. The names always. Happy birthday from Texas. Happy birthday, Fernando.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday from South Alabama.
Alabama.
With the banjo on his knee. Idaho, checking in. Wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Winnipeg.
Where is Winnipeg?
Canada. Dude, seriously?
There you go.
I mean, Winnipeg, you can't, I mean, you could almost guess, like, Canada. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I only know that because of hockey.
That's how Mexicola for. There you go.
Yeah, no doubt. Maybe tomorrow. Birthday boy tries to run off with uber expensive RCAs as a necklace. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Here, put this on. Dude, you want to talk about something that was uncomfortable? Fernando's like, no. And the guy's like, yeah, put it on. Fernando's like, no. And I'm just standing there giggling my ass off because I know he is just in his own little personal hell right now. And then the guy puts it on his shoulder. I was waiting for Fernando to just take it and go, whack! Thank you.
Hey,
Ownership 9/10 of the law or whatever. I don't know how it goes. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Possession.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Am I ready?
Yes.
No. Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to keep saying happy birthday. I'm going to bang through
Hey,
these as
Fernando,
quick as
what's
I
up,
can.
buddy?
Can confirm snow. Michigan. Yep. Oh, nice. Boba Fett. So, I was telling... Funko Pops. Everyone knows who Funko Pops are. They have a ton of musician Funko Pops now. Like, they have Tupac and... anyways. So, obviously, being the big Star Wars fan I am, there's a GameStop or some game place in the mall, and they always have really awesome toys. And so we were walking through the mall. I was babysitting a friend of ours the other day. He's a 3-year-old. And I had this giant Boba Fett, like giant Boba Fett Funko Pop. And I go, oh, you will be mine.
Yeah.
So I had to go get Haley. And so we go into this. I tell her, I said, dude, there's an 18-inch Boba Fett Funko Pop. We have to go buy it. And Sue wasn't with us. She was downstairs, so it was really cool. So I'm showing it to Haley, and she's like, oh, my God, this thing is huge. And the little 3-year-old grabs and goes, don't worry, it'll be okay, and starts pushing it towards the register. I mean, it's almost as big as he is. Oh, God, it was freaking hilarious. I bought it, of course. And then we brought it home. Dude, the head on this thing is, like, the head is bigger than the body. Because the Funko Pop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and Haley goes, well, you're going to have to build a base for that. I go, yeah. Because, like, it's like the feet almost. Like, they built it, and they built it, and they were like, I don't know how this is going to stand up.
Where are you going to put it?
Right now, it's just sitting in the corner of the living room. I mean, it's big enough. It's like, it's huge.
Yeah.
Hi, guys from the Netherlands. Happy birthday, Fernando. I've got a short question, which means a long answer. I can buy a Morel SW9, older, higher model, or Morel MW9 carbon. Okay. I will use it as an infinite baffle front kick. Opinions. That's a really nice driver. Any one of the 9-inch are really nice drivers. So he wants to use it as a front mid bass for the most part, infinite baffle.
All right, but this is the older model, SW9.
Yeah.
And the new one is the MW9.
The carbon.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. So the older model, SW9, they're still fabulous. I mean, just I often use the comparison of, you know, when this product was the hottest thing in the world. Okay.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, this was like the new hotness. Like, oh, I mean, this is just so cool. Like everyone. Then on Tuesday, they come out with a new model. It's not like it's crap.
No.
It's just the older version of it. Hold on, don't do anything else because we need to. So yeah, go for it. I think you'll be fine. Before we do anything else, we need to do some quick housekeeping.
Yes.
Because we were getting carried away. We're recording everything, so that's good. Hey guys, we do this thing called the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club. Over at the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club here on Facebook, you can post all your cool wiring. Every week, Fernando scours through there, and honestly, he just picks the one he likes. So this week we have this. Who do we have here, Fernando?
We have Coke.
Coke?
Koi?
Koi?
Yes.
Okay. Koi.
Yes. I mean, I probably say it wrong.
That's
and
okay.
I apologize.
She's got some awesome Mosconis, very clean, 90 degrees, zip ties. Not a lot of zip ties. Very, very, it fits well for the look.
No, but like, I know that the picture in this one, but if you go to the actually Clean Wire Club and look at the pictures,
Yeah,
it looks nice. You know,
yeah,
it looks nice. All the
some
labels and everything. So he did a wonderful job.
Very nice. I like the labels. Like I like like if you're gonna be putting a cover over it.
Yeah.
Like the labels are nice because no one's ever gonna see them, but it makes it so much easier to service. So that's really cool. We never get to do that. Now also tonight.
Yes.
Let me get to this. Hold on. Let me put this here. And tonight is the night a lot of you guys have been waiting for. We're going to be giving away the MTI Acoustics box from Instagram for those of you guys that went ahead and registered for that. I do recommend that you guys still go over there and, you know,
share the post.
You know, just click on it.
Doing all these things, man.
Dive into what they have. Do you want to do that now or you want to wait?
No, let's do it now.
Okay,
we can just get rid of it.
Let's do it now. So we've gone through the list like we always do, and we've grabbed 5 names out of the list.
Yeah.
And we're going to randomly draw them, and so we'll do 2 eliminations. And then we'll do 2 eliminations,
all right,
and
so
then we'll do...
You pick one, I pick one, and the third one is
the third one is the winner.
Yeah.
All right, so I pick Andre Powell. Sorry, no luck for you. Who do you pick?
All right. Matthew Smith.
And that's no luck for you. Sorry, Matthew.
You want to pick it?
Yeah, I'll pick it. Hugo something Spanish. I can't pronounce that.
Hugo Espino. Hugo Espino.
You're the winner. We will send you an email reaching out to you, and yeah.
You can't see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. And we'll reach out to you. And congratulations. I want to thank everyone, and of course MTI Acoustics for playing along with us, and that was awesome. Thank you guys for helping them out. You could still help them out though by going over to their Instagram page and liking it. If you like looking at cool things, cool boxes, and just straight up cool work, head over there and like the page. They do some amazing stuff. It's not just for resale. They do a lot of really cool stuff that you can find there on the website.
Yeah, that's right.
So, sorry, Bobby.
You were close, buddy. You were close.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys for playing along. Oh,
thank you guys.
Have you guys done an FJ Cruiser? Thinking about sending mine to you for a full job and sound deadening for the entire cab. How long would something like that take? All right. So, looking at that FJ Cruiser right there.
The entire cab.
If we were to like take the whole cab out, like the roof, the side, that would probably take, I'm thinking like 2 days, easy, just for the sound treatment. I mean, especially if we're going to do the headliner, which I'm not looking forward to because you'd have to take everything
So we have right now an FJ Cruiser.
There's an FJ Cruiser
right now.
sitting right here.
Yeah.
Do you have your phone? Plug your phone in.
Okay.
And put the camera on.
Okay.
Because we can just...
That's right. We can
I know. It's like magical.
It's a magical thing.
Yeah. Probably looking about 3 to 4 days, depending on what you want us to do. But yeah, if you're trying to... And I can tell you right now, it's going to not be cheap. Because sound treatment is expensive. Turn your phone.
It's on.
Oh, okay. So this isn't going to work good. But there's the FJ right there. There you go. That's it. We just got done putting a Alpine radio in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we work on them. We've never done an amazing, like, oh my god, because a lot of the guys with the, I'm sorry, hold on, we'll come back, we'll answer. A lot of the guys with the FJs, they're very utilitarian. So like a lot of the times in that, we like to do a kicker key front stage. The speakers for the rear and the ceiling, which is totally useless. So most of the time we don't do anything with those. And then a lot of the times we put like a Rhino line subwoofer in the back, you know, like a downfiring enclosure of some kind, and you know, but the key 200.4 is kind of like the go-to amplifier for that because it's small and we can hide it in the dash. But yeah.
All right.
Hold on, I didn't answer that one. Hold on, let me do this one real quick. Okay. I have a 2017 Ford Explorer that has a driver front speaker going out. If it's a non-Sony system and I don't have an aftermarket amp, what speaker would you recommend for a factory replacement? Go over to Powerbase. It's probably powerbase.com. Powerbase. They make plug-and-play factory upgrades for your vehicle that are awesome. They're extremely reasonable, and it's literally pull your door panel off, pull out your screws, screw this in, cook it, and you're done. It'll sound wonderful. Like I said, they don't hit you over the head for price points, and they sound amazing. I actually just did a set this morning. A guy, before you got here, a guy came in with a Nissan Altima, and his factory front 2-ohm speakers were just dog dead. You know, and it was like a 2018, so I was like, dude, you're an idiot. But anyways, I digress. Even though they were 2-ohm factories, we took them out. I put in the new 4-ohm power base, and they were actually louder, which defies logic, but they were more efficient. It doesn't defy logic. They were actually louder. It was funny because naturally Paul was worried about that, and I go, give me a break. I plugged in the passenger side. The driver's side wasn't blowing. I shut both doors. I sat in the driver's seat. And it was so much louder than the driver's side. So I went over I was like, it's just because there's nothing obstructing. And I went over to the passenger side and did that, and it was still louder firing into my calf. And so I was like, okay, yeah, no, we're fine. But no, check out Powerbase. It's probably like powerbase.com. Love those guys. They do great stuff. All right, go ahead.
That's right. Real quick now.
Are Class AB amplifiers still superior in sound quality to Class Ds? All right. Okay. The simple truth to this is no, but it's not that easy because there are some really badass Class AB amplifiers out there with high bias or variable bias that destroy anything that a high-end Class D can do. The problem, like with anything else, you have good, better, best. So if you take like a good Class AB and compare it to a best Class D, no, the Class D is going to sound way better. Okay, to most people. There's still going to be the one guy that goes, no. And it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's Grayson says, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So it's just, if you're now there again, if you take a high-end Class D and you compare it to a high-end Class AB, then that AB is going to probably destroy that Class D. So, yeah, a lot of guys get excited because they'll say, oh man, I can get this $280 4-channel AB amp and like just be awesome. And it's like, okay, if that's where you're at, yeah, go for it. But
what's up, Mel?
If you're not, like if you're like, well, I'm going to buy this because I don't want to buy the expensive Class D because this will no, it won't. The more expensive Class D will sound better. Like if you take an audio control D 4.800, it's going to kill a lot of Class AB amplifiers that, are at similar price points.
For sure.
So.
For sure.
Okay. And speaking of audio control,
yes.
Let me just do this. Hey, maybe you've heard of this small little company here. I'm excited because we're still working with audio control. As you know, they are now members of the AMP Global family. But we're still get to be the evangelist for audio control, and audio control is going to be taking us out to SEMA, which we cannot wait. It's like 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
I know, it's really
crazy.
Scary.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be super fun. So stay tuned for the amazing content that we're going to be having coming from SEMA, brought to you by Audio Control. One of the really cool things this year for us is that they put us up in the hotel that is adjoining to the convention center. So we just have to walk. So that's going to give us a lot of time. And we have some really cool plans. And we're going to call them ideas. We have some really cool ideas and of live content to come out with you and show you guys. So we'll still be doing stuff from the show floor, but we have something way cooler. That'll be daily, but I'm not going to give it away because if it actually doesn't work, then that's going to suck. So we'll just wait and see. But if you're interested in cool car audio, check out audiocontrol.com.
That's right. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. All right.
How old are you, anyways?
30. I just turned 30.
You're such a liar.
Nah, 38.
38. Oh my God, it's almost 40, 50. I can't wait till he turns 40. I gotta be honest with you, I really cannot wait till he turns 40 so I can just be like, oh my God, you're so old. I mean, I'll always be the winner in that race, but still, I want him to be.
That's right. Yes, Mel is going to be there.
That's right, Mel will be in Vegas, so I'm sure we'll be tapping the crap out of Mel. Oh, that sounded bad. I'm sure we'll be asking for Mel's assistance and helping us out. Maybe I'll send you two guys out to walk around.
Just walk around and see what's
Yeah,
going
like
on.
we did at Knowledge Fest with Fro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Master Tech with Fro. Ooh, Master Tech. Hold on. Does the kicker key hold a candle against the Audio Frog amplifiers? Different animals, man.
Yeah.
And different reptiles.
Yeah.
Very different reptiles. Because you got to remember, like the kicker key is 70 watts by 4 with an automatic DSP in it. So, you know, you put the microphone in the center of the car, you hit go, and that's what it's for. It's for, like, if it's for a very specific application, whereas the Audio Frog amplifiers are just straight amplifiers with lots of power. Yeah. So if you're talking about like sonic quality and stuff like that, yeah, it's I mean, I don't know. I've never compared them like that because I'm listening to a key for that DSP feature. If I'm buying an Audio Frog amplifier, I'm putting a DSP in there. Yeah. So.
All right, that was the question.
All right, hold on. I'm just gonna, because I gotta come back to that. You said you liked Kenwood more than Alpine ILX 507. Which Kenwood do you like with the same features as the Alpine? Happy birthday, Nando. That's gonna be a 9 series Kenwood. I think it's like a 957 or something like 957. That. 957 Exelon. Yeah, that's that. Now, if you're an Alpine fan, the 509, the 509. Big thumbs up on the 509. I know what you're saying. Wait, what? No, trust me. The 509. Okay. Enough said there. All right, I'm going to come to this one now. I walked 42 miles on my last trip, SEMA trip. Dude, I can totally understand that. So, luckily for us, we stay in the audio control booth for a large portion of the time.
We walk a lot.
But every day, you know, we disappear for like an hour to go, and we hit a different hall every day so that we can kind of get a feel for what's going on there. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people just look at us and won't talk to us because we say audio control on our badges, and they think we're just another vendor. A lot of stupid companies at SEMA, which I don't understand.
It's funny because like a lot of people is like, hey man, so how can I get, can you tell me the price of this and how can I become a dealer? And I'm like, well, let me take you to this side. You can speak with this gentleman right here so he can take care of you. Yeah, oh, you're not work for
Yeah, control? We're just a pretty eye candy, guys. Yeah, we're not here for that.
That's it.
Ta-da. You know, put on a tea bag and dance around. Happy birthday, Nando!
Thank you, guys.
On the ACM 4.300, can I run channels 1 through 3 at 4 ohm and channel 4 at 8 ohm? I mean, technically, yes. Yeah, I don't know why you would, but yeah, I'm sure you have some crazy idea. Yeah, it's fine.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's totally possible. As long as there's an ohm load on there, some form of resistance on the channel, you're fine.
Hey, Donnie. Thank you, buddy.
DTS Customs.
All right there.
Will you be uploading a video on the FJ Cruiser you install? No, because all we did was put a radio on it.
We just put a radio on it.
Literally,
I believe we have a video on the FJ Cruiser.
I think we do.
The problem is you have to go and
it's a big channel.
Yes,
it's a really big channel.
Yeah.
But no, it's just a radio install, so it really wasn't anything to get that exciting about. Plus, it showed up at like 4:30. We didn't even know it was coming. We had a cancellation, so it was like, hey, I brought this in, and we're like, oh, okay.
Gary. From
happy birthday from Ola and happy birthday Nando Lopez.
Yes.
Gary Smith.
What's up?
He's a Smith.
Sound
you,
effect. That's from sound effect.
Let me go down to this.
I don't
want it to get stuck because then it just. Can you please explain how the Amp Pro works with the Ford Sony amp? 2020 Fusion Titanium with Sony amp. It says to leave amp in car. Wow, it works in a 2020. That must have the old Sony system. All right, so when the Amp Pro was first conceptualized, the idea was, hey, if I have a factory radio and I have a factory amplifier, somehow between the two, there's a communication bus happening, whether it just be a left and right fixed output, whether it be a left and right voltage controlled output, whether it be a digital connection. But the idea was, they kind of approached it like they used to approach changers, in that if you had a car and you wanted to add a 6-disc changer to it, you know, like, what? Or an iPod. So if you had a car and you wanted to add an iPod to it, it would interrupt a bus that went from point A to point B, and there would be like a relay switching system in there that would switch the sound that was coming into one and out to the other. So when they looked at Amp Pro, they kind of looked at it in that same vein, in that, well, what if we leave the factory amplifier in there so that if we're in one of these cars where there's like 10 speakers and they don't want to amplify all 10 speakers, then we could just get the usable, they can still use it to like power the rear or something like that. So the Amp Pro would T-harness in, and it would just pull all the audio and all the data off the bus. So it's not interrupting it, it's just reading, has a CAN reader, and it reads the information, and then that CAN reader says, oh, make volume go up, make volume go down, and here's the preamp. That's really it. So when you T-harness that thing in, it works. Now, what it's not doing is reporting to the bus of the car saying the factory amplifier is still in. So if you remove the factory amplifier, then you get a bus error because the amp's gone, because they're not replicating the amp. Now if you go to the iData with like the DSR1 or the AR, they're replicating the bus and they're sending the command that says amplifier in car, don't do bad things. So it was two different ways of getting to the same animal, but that's what it's doing. Hopefully that made some sense. Yeah. But either way, you got to leave the amp in the car. Now the new system that they just came out with for the newer ones that take like the BO systems, for that one it was way too difficult to do that. So with the new Ford Amp Pros, you are taking the factory amplifier out because it was just too hard to be able to tee in. Which is thank God, because that's the one thing honestly I don't like about the Amp Pro is having to leave the factory amplifier in there. I would much prefer to take it out because I want that space. Space is at a premium. Leaving that stupid thing in there sucks.
Yeah. I just noticed I have a green light here.
Yes, that's because it's...
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I have a 20 Tacoma. Is there a head unit that can replace the stock unit and retain the panoramic view? You're going to want to check iData for that.
That's right.
I believe
iData Maestro.
I think the iData does that, no problem, because it's an external module. It's not actually built into the radio, so it just controls the module. I want to get entry-level speakers from exotic brands. No Rockford, Alpine, Kicker, etc. El Cheapo in price, Focal, Hertz, etc. brands into full entry system. I work. Okay, so you want entry-level exotic brand speakers. I mean
entry-level exotic speakers.
Want to get entry-level exotic brand speakers. I mean, so for that, Morel Maximo 602 HEs.
The Focal.
Well, okay, so I was going to go through Morel Maximo 602 HEs. Not going to get any better than that. You have the Focal Auditor,
the new edition,
6-inch. We just did a review on not too long ago. We also did a review on the Morels. You have the Hertz DJ, that are also fall into that. Audio Frog makes the GS. Ground Zero has several, which are all like nuclear waste names that I can never remember that are really nice. I'm trying to think of some of the more exotic, but yeah, so there's a couple.
Yeah.
Is the ZZ Tune the best way to go to get Netflix in your car? We actually, when we did that not too long ago with the
RDVFL.
RDVFL system.
.com. So if you go RDVFL.
We did a show. It had Rich from RDVFL on it. So if you go back through the live Monday playlist area, you can see us. We actually had my Mustang sitting in here playing Netflix on it while we were doing the show.
Yep.
So it was kind of cool. I will say this: no matter whose module you get, if you're planning on using your phone as the hotspot, plan on not being happy.
Yep.
Because it sucks as a hotspot. You actually need a dedicated line for that in order for it to work. I mean, if your car has Wi-Fi in it, like a lot of the new cars do, you're golden, but it won't work off your phone. It just hits that thing way too hard. So yeah. I tried it. I was like, this isn't working. And he called me and says, yeah, because you can't do that.
All right.
Is there a head unit that will fit in a 2021 GMC Canyon with Bose stereo that do you recommend? Thanks, Tony. No, they don't make a dash kit for that. However, all is not lost because Metra has done a quiet release on the Bose interface for your car. So they're not talking about it, but if you're wanting to replace the radio because it has Bose in it and you're like, I just want to put a new stereo in it, the interface is currently available. You cannot find it on the Metra site. You have to actually go over to the Access site, and it's spelled like Axe, not Access. And the unit is up, and it comes with the DSP, which you don't necessarily have to use. You don't want to, and it's extremely reasonably priced. It's like under $300. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
But they're doing a soft release on it right now. I talked to them last week about it because Jason Fro on here said, oh my God, this piece is available. So I immediately called our guy, Raphael. He says, yeah, we got about 20 out in the field right now. We got about 25 in stock. But yeah, so they're not going to talk about it until at SEMA. So they have 100 new products that they're going to do at SEMA, and that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Fernando!
Thank
Any
you.
recommendations for shop in Central Texas? I don't even know what Central Texas is.
I don't know, but I can tell you in Texas, you can go in San Antonio, Texas is Audio by Art. It's MTI, of course.
That's Audio by Art right there.
That guy
yeah,
over
really
here.
good guy.
Yeah, right there. Audio by Art.
Johnny
MTI.
Bowen, I don't
Johnny's
know. I don't know where
is in
Johnny's
there.
place is at.
Just Stint.
Well, Central
Oscar.
Oscar
Is
Jay's,
in Jay's
not
Tint.
Justin.
I'm sorry,
Jay's Tint.
Jay's Tint.
There's a lot of really good places in Texas, and I assume there's probably a lot of really bad places in Texas, but there's a lot of
That's
good.
the guys that we know.
I have a 2015 Toyota Tacoma with a kicker 200.4 amp. I want to go active with back feel.
So you do tweeters, mid bass, and the kicker key, and leave the rears to the radio.
Okay.
You know,
I
I mean,
want
that's
to go
how I
active
feel the
with-
back feel.
Yeah,
Just
I think.
to have
Oh,
it.
you should be like this is supposed to be back fill. Yeah.
Oh, like a real feel.
Like
Yes,
refill?
yeah.
So then what we typically do in the Toyota Tacoma is we would 1 and 2 tweeter or dash speaker, 3 and 4 mid bass, radio powers rear, fade it to the front, 3 or 4 notches, and rock out.
How you feel? That's just, yeah.
That's how I feel. Hi guys.
What's up?
I have a 2021 Ram 1500 with Harman Kardon system, and I would like to add a sub amp. Which way should I go? Pack, Audio, Sub Pro, or the LC2i Pro? Thanks. You are the best. This is a question that we get a lot of the times, and Fernando knows this because this is one that irritates me a lot. The whole reason why the Pack Sub Pro exists is because at the time we knew the guy in charge of the division. I said, hey man, would it kill you to make the Sub Pro? And he's like, what do you mean? And we explained to him the concept of what we wanted. And he goes, would anybody buy it? It wouldn't be that much cheaper. And I said, yes, somebody's going to buy it because it would be cheaper. And the idea is in these vehicles, such as a Chrysler, which is a Ram, the problem that you run into really has nothing to do with the interface. I mean, yes, an LC2i would be great if bass roll-off was the only thing that you had to worry about. But it's not. You have dynamic EQ, you have bass roll-off, as well as you have high-pass output where it's just blocking the bass performance on the driver. So what you end up with is you put a really nice high level to low level adapter in there and it still sounds like crap, and then you blame the high level to low level adapter. So to answer your question, the Pack Sub Pro is the way to go because it gives you a flat output, so all the bass can be played and you get all your watts.
All your watts.
All your watts. It hurts so good.
All right.
For my first DSP, I can either get the Focal FSP8, Audison Bit 1, no, Hertz S8, not bad. All are new in a box, and I can pick any one of the 3 for $500, which would go with the FTS ST, a bunch of Hertz DJs. All right. I'm gonna go with the Hertz S8. I really like the software that's on that. It's easy to use.
Okay.
It's a parametric. Not that they're pretty much all parametric, but the S8. I have one right over here. SH. I have.
Yep.
Well, no, I have the H8.
You have the H8.
Oh, the S8 might be the smaller one, the newer one. I wonder if that's the newer one.
Let's see.
Yeah. If that's the newer one, that's even better. Shit, that one's super cool because you can just do it on your phone. But no, that sounds about right because it's about $800 or $500 new.
Hertz SA.
Yeah, S8.
S8.
Yeah, not A8. Yeah, it's
Yes,
the new
it's
one.
the new
Ooh,
one.
yeah, get that. Very,
totally.
very nice. Get that one. Yeah, yeah. Because do that. Simple question. All right.
All right. I got this one.
Okay, good. Best 12s in Foxbox. Yes, it's a RAM with Rockford T. Oh, would Rockford T1s be out of the conversation?
Ooh,
I think so.
man.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, T1s. T1s, man.
But that's a T1.
Yeah, it's a 10. We're talking 12.
Oh, we talking 12s. Yes, yes.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah,
out
I
of the
think
question.
that would be out of the question.
Because I mean, not only that, but it's like just trying to get the thing. Yeah, no. Maybe check out Alpine R types. I know that's like totally left turn there and whatnot, but we do a lot of Alpine R types in the Fox boxes, and they work great. One of the main reasons why we do it is, for one, Alpine has a perfectly round grill, which is really nice. It's cast aluminum basket, so it has higher power handling. And you can also put really awesome grills on them, which I feel like upfiring and stuff like that, grills are a really, really good idea. Hold on, come back to that one. I just want to put in, yes, the S8 is super easy to use. Very much so. Yeah, definitely a good one I would get. Thoughts on adding coaxials to the dash corners of a 2008 Ford Fusion? Is the coaxial that much better for the time alignment, the channel management, passive coaxial versus active separates? You know, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's going to be better for time alignment and active channel management. I just look at it as a more, well, one, more convenient way of doing things, and two, if you weren't going to do, like, if you're just going to do a tweeter and a mid bass, the coaxial where you have tweeter mid range and then a mid bass is definitely a better way to go, for sure, as you can guess. But I don't know if it makes it any easier. I don't, you know. Yeah, I mean, active is cool, because obviously active, the nice thing about going active over passive in this case is that you have the level control. That, to me, is the priceless point of this, is being able to attenuate between the two drivers, whether it be, you know, a separate or a coaxial. When you're doing a three-way set and you can be active so that you can attenuate each driver independently, is very helpful.
Yeah. Hey, Eduardo. Gracias. Sorry, Brown, something.
But not for a lower budget. Exactly, and that's why we recommended the brands we did. Is it recommended to use a LC2i or similar with some sort of bass restoration in newer GM vehicles with Bose, or will I run off the mill lot or one of the
LOC?
Yeah, run of the mill cheap LOC work? As we just said, Pineapple Express, Metro just released their Bose interface. But no, you cannot use a regular run-of-the-mill LOC and like a Bose system. They're really not made to handle that as far as like the output voltage. And they sound like crap. I don't care what anybody says. And I mean, there's enough proof out there that it's like, why would you do it? You'd want an LC2i, an LC1i, LC7i, something like that. But, or just an amplifier. Keep in mind, a lot of these amplifiers, especially like an audio control, has all that built into it. So like if you buy an audio control, let's say you're just adding subs, you can buy an LC 1.800. it has an LC2I built into it. You don't need to do anything. And a lot of these amplifiers have that built in. For example, we were working on a BMW today. It was going to add a key 500.1. It'll take up to 40 volts of input, which is perfect because that BMW puts out 27 volts of output over the signal. That's 27 volts over the over the signal out to the speaker. That's a lot of voltage going to those underseat subwoofers. That if you just throw a regular crappy run-of-the-mill LOC on it, you are going to catch the car on fire.
Yep.
So
and it's going to.
Definitely don't want to go with something cheap. I don't care what anybody says. But also, like I said, Metro just came out with their Amp Pro style. If you go to the Access page, you can get the part number for it and get one on order. Have you guys ever done a Rolls Royce and had the owner watch your every move? I've done multiple Rolls Royce, multiple Bentleys, and the owner could not give a crap. They don't care.
What about the guys from the Lambos?
They don't care either. No, I did Dave Bautista's Lambo. I never even met the guy.
No, it's just like...
Didn't. I did put a... This was back before Dave Bautista was Dave Bautista.
Okay.
He had a Gallardo. And 2 things I had to do. Move the driver's seat back 2 inches.
Wow.
And put an 8-inch subwoofer behind the passenger seat. Both which were a major pain in the ass. He also bought Eddie Guerrera's hydraulic car.
Oh,
after
really?
Eddie Guerrera passed away,
Yeah.
he bought that car. And I had to go in and just do some maintenance work for it because it, had been sitting and hadn't worked. A lot of those guys just don't care. I've only had one guy that he had a Lambo and he let somebody else put a backup camera in it and they mounted this cheap ass backup camera above the exhaust manifold, and so it lasted about 3 months. And Kenwood told them that no, ours is at the time theirs was in a metal housing with a glass lens, and they're like, no, ours will go up to XY temperature. And so the guy would not let me take the car apart to run the wire in to the car. He's like, no, there's an RCA power back here, just use that. And so
wow.
Yeah, and he stood over me and watched as I pulled out the little hexagon panels off, and then I had to take the 20-foot of cable that the backup cameras come with. I made them into these like nunchucks, and there was like an empty frame rail open, and I had to stuff them all into there. And he stood there the whole freaking time, and I was like,
wow,
sounds great, man. And so the funny part was I wouldn't take the car into the install bay because he wouldn't let me drive it.
Oh, really?
So we worked on it outside because I didn't care. I was young. I could take the heat.
Yeah.
So he stood out there in his penny loafers and his tie and sweat his ass off for 4 hours, and I just giggled my ass off the whole time.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right. What will cause a Rockford Fosgate B310 subwoofer to cut out a low volume? It's hooked up to a Kenwood M5024BT amplifier. Well, hang on. Amplifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you don't need it. You don't need an amplifier.
Yeah, he does. Oh.
No. It's a Rockford Fosgate P310.
Oh.
It's a power sub.
Yeah. Maybe he means radio.
Okay.
M502BT. I think that's an M502BT.
Okay.
I think that's a radio because it's a 4-digit, so it would have to be. If it's the P310, I would check how you have your remote turn on set up.
Okay.
Because alright, so on the P310 it has remote turn on, signal sense, or DC offset. If you had it set for signal sense because you didn't run your remote turn on, or you just had it, it's
an amplifier.
Is it? Oh, you might be using the output. Because that has the output. It's that thing. It's literally those.
Yeah.
So it has the subwoofer output. Either way, if you have the remote turn on set to signal sense, that would explain it. Because how signal sense works is it looks for sound over the RCA inputs. And if you have it at low volume, it's not creating enough AC signal
so it doesn't
to turn on. So I would either A, make sure the remote turn on's hooked up and switch it to remote turn on, because that's how it has to be done. So that would be the only thing I could think of in that would make any sense. If you have it set up properly and it's still going out, then probably need to check into getting it warranted.
Okay.
Hold on. Want to add an amp to door speakers without losing Navi alerts. Do they play through the speakers now? Because if they do, they're going to play through the speakers when you're done. If you're tapping into a factory system to add in an amplifier, whatever plays through the speaker is going to play through the speaker. Ask the GM guys about that, tie into their highs amp into a GM system, and they open the door and that door chime goes bong, bong, bong. So even if you added like an Amp Pro or something like that, all that information gets routed through the Amp Pro out to the speakers that it needs to play with. So any sound is you're just going to amplify it out to whatever speakers you're putting in there. So you're not going to lose anything like that.
No.
Side, side things or any of that stuff. Nothing goes away.
Where is it?
I don't know. Do you have the factory HK? Yeah, so if you have the factory HK system, it's still all going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Alright, check that one and then I look for the other.
Hi guys, I'm looking to replace the speakers on my Ford. Hold on, before I do that, let me bring this up here real quick because. Hey guys, you like subwoofers? Well, Focal America has just come out with new subwoofers, both in the shallow and the conventional style. What you have here above my head are a plethora of shallow mount subwoofers. Now these are of the affordable kind. I know what you're saying, but a lot of people tonight have been asking about like an affordable alternative to this, that, or the other. But one guy in particular said, I'd like an exotic brand. Well, guess what? Now you can. You have an exotic brand at an affordable price. So make sure you head over to Focal-America and check them out. We'll be doing a full review of those here shortly. But this would be great to team up like a pair of auditors.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Totally cool.
To a full system.
Oh, you could do two of those. Well, it'd be cool is go with two of those auditor amplifiers. Like those super affordable. Get two 4-channels. Put a set of subwoofers on the 4-channel. That'd be awesome. That'd be really affordable too. Okay.
Hi guys.
I'm looking to replace the speakers on my Ford Maverick Hybrid and add a sub. But Crutchfield recommends a few mono and 4-channel small amps, but no 5-channel amps. Don't know why. Maybe they just don't have any, or they don't. There's a lot of things Crutchfield does that you just sit there and go. I don't know why they recommended that.
Right.
But if you're looking for a nice small
5-channel
amplifier, Kenwood Exelon 802.5. You're not going to find anything smaller or sexier. Actually, you'll find one thing smaller and sexier, and that is the Match little 5-channel.
Yeah.
But it's only 120 watts for the sub, but it's only this big.
Yes, this is small.
Like, you could probably power it off your cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
75 by 4 and 100 or 75 or 50. But one of those two amplifiers would be really cool for that car that are super tiny.
Yeah.
However, don't discount if you're thinking about going with a 4-channel and a monoblock. Look at the key stuff. A key 200.4 and the 500.1, both very small, very awesome to integrate into a car. But no, the 802.5 is by far the bang for the buck 5-channel amplifier.
Also, you can check morale because it's an old car.
He wants small. This is a hybrid. This isn't an old car. It's a Ford Maverick hybrid. Dude, pay attention.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
see hybrid. It's just like right away.
Hybrid. Dude, slow it down.
I know.
Slow it down. Read the whole question. Hi, 5-star.
5-star car stereo at yahoo.com. That's the correct email to address and request a quote.
No. It's Gmail. If you send something to that, you'll get nothing.
Yeah. So that, but with the Gmail.
Yeah, it's Gmail, not Yahoo. I got this email. That's why, because that's my That is my Instagram.
But this is
not the stores.
there.
So you got to go to Gmail. So if you're sending stuff there, no one ever sees it. You just got to have an account to get Instagram. Hello, currently running Rockford Fosgate P300 or P3 shallow 12s. Looking to upgrade to Rockford Fosgate Punch T1 S112s or DD. What say you? Go for the Rockford. We've used those. Nothing against DD. I've never worked with those subwoofers, so I don't know. So obviously I can't speak to them. But I have done the Rockfords, and they are one of his favorite shallow mount drivers. They handle a boatload of power. They're super sexy. I will say this, when you go up to a driver like that, unlike the P3, they have a lot of girth on the outside of the basket. So like a P3 is tucked up in there pretty nice. On a T1, because of the long excursion, it sticks out a good 2.5 inches. So on a lot of the times when you're building a box for one of those, you have to countersink the woofer into the box to offset for how far it hangs down. So keep that in mind when looking at one of the long throw shallow mount drivers, is making sure that you have enough area for the top of the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
What do you got?
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting on you, bro. Oh, we got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
I have a Kicker 200.4 key. I'm using with deck speakers out for components and adding a sub amp. Should I use the RC output from output for the sub or the same speaker outputs for the sub amp? I'm using with deck speakers outs for components and edit. So it sounds like to me you may have a factory radio of some kind, and you're just hooking up to 2 of the wire outputs. If that's the case, typically what we'll do when we install a key and then like a key 501 is, if we're just doing a front stage upgrade, whereas we have a component, tweeter, mid-range, mid-bass, whatever, and we're running a sub, we want to tap into those same 2 front speaker wires that the high amp is attached to, because in most cars, the front speaker wires are the speakers that have the deeper bass, not the rears. So we will just wire them off into both amplifiers. Yes?
Yeah.
What's going on, Fernando and Dean? Where would y'all recommend crossing the Pioneer Pro 650s at?
The TS.
Yeah, that's the loudspeakers. 300 hertz. I mean, they don't move, so you don't want them to try to move, because they just sit there and do this. So 300 hertz,
yeah,
maybe higher. I'd take a listen to it at 300 hertz and see where it goes. Some people might say 150, but I'm going for loudness over, because they're not going to move and they're just you don't want to blow them. So I'd start at 300 and play around with that a little bit.
All right.
I need some help, please. My DM608 is giving me my settings after replacing my amp. Do I need to completely configure the... Wait, I need some help, please. My DM608 isn't giving me my settings after replacing my amp. Do I need to completely configure the DSP? That doesn't even make sense, because I don't know why one would have anything to do with the other.
So it doesn't connect to your computer?
No, it doesn't say anything about computer.
Well, I mean, it's a 608. How do you...
No, but what I'm saying is I need help, please. My DM608 isn't giving me my settings after replacing my amp.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to completely configure the DSP? No, you shouldn't have to do anything. You didn't do anything to the DSP. I mean...
Or maybe crashes, it didn't save nothing?
It doesn't say anything. No, there's no laptop mentioned here. Amp, he was replacing his amp.
Alright, but the DSP is not giving you nothing.
I don't know why. I don't know what he's doing. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you plug it into a laptop, it does stuff. If you don't plug it into a laptop, then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're missing part of the puzzle here.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're going to end here. Dean, flashback. What are those boxes you made for old AV bandpass tune to? What's a good replacement sub for one? I have 4 of them. There was old Orion 12s. You want to find something with a narrow surround, maybe like a Kicker comp, something like that. Try to avoid a speaker with a fat surround. They won't sound as good in there. As far as what they were tuned to, whatever we thought they should be tuned to, man. You know, whatever worked for the Orion. Bill, when he came up with those boxes, we built hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those, and he kept tweaking them until it sounded right. He wasn't the guy to sit there and worry about what the frequency was. He was sat there and worried about it until he got it to sound good. He did it by ear, the old-fashioned way. So couldn't tell you. We didn't use that kind of math back then. We built it until they sounded good, and then we moved on. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was all. Hey guys, that brings us to an end of the show. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Focal America, as well as Audio Control, for being great sponsors and continuing to support us. I don't know what else to say.
Don't forget to pick you IRTA too, DNF tool drawer. So
yeah,
that's it.
That's all you got.
That's all I got.
Okay, well, for those of you guys, you have DNF tool drawer somewhere on there? Are you really sure? Why don't you should have that loaded up and ready to go? Man. There you go. DNF tool drawer is a place you can go and find all your cool tools, such as the IRTA. So if you look down there, you can click on it, as well as finding any of the other tools that we use in our install videos. If you want to pick up a t-shirt, you can head over to dnfswag.com. Winter is coming. It's a great time to pick up a new hoodie.
Yes.
Maybe it's getting cold. You wanna be ready for it, so that's a great place to do that. You can find that at dnfswag.com. And as far as the rest of you goes, it's Monday. There will not be a show this Saturday. So this Saturday, no show. We'll still be doing my show Thursday night on the Hi-Fi Vega Network, but Saturday we will be out of town doing some stuff. That's what that blue thing over there that you guys throughout the whole show have been trying to figure out what the heck that is. That's part of the display we're building for the training we're doing this weekend. So we'll talk more about that at a later time. But that's it. That's what we got.
All right, guys.
You guys have a great rest of your week.
See you guys tomorrow.
If you're jonesing, make sure to head over to Instagram where you guys can follow us daily and see what we're doing over there.
Bye, guys.
Hold on. Why would I need an epicenter if I have a DM810? Because the DM810 doesn't have an epicenter built into it. That's it. That's why. They don't do the same thing. Acubase is not epicenter.
Yep. See ya.